Introducing my new origami model. This is a cross flicker. Check this out. Yeah. And special just for my members only, I made this simpler origami cross. And see, it looks very similar, but it looks a little bit different on the back. That's because it's easier to fold. And it could also be a picture frame. You could put a picture in there. And yeah, alright, I know you guys want to fold it, so here we go. Okay, so for this cross, I'm going to use a 7-inch square of kami. But you could use a sheet of printer paper cut square. So begin with the white side up and fold in half. Try and make very precise folds. And crease sharply. Unfold and fold in half this way. Now this is a rather challenging model, so if you're new to folding, I recommend trying something easier first. And by the way, for my members only, I made a simpler version of this. So if you're a member of my channel, I recommend trying that one first. And then try this one after that. Okay, and now I'll make a door base. Alright, and now rotate and fold the short sides to the center. Okay, rotate and fold diagonally in half. So take this corner and fold it to here and hold the layers down so they don't slide. And then now when you unfold it, just separate the two corners, like this. Okay, and now do that in the other direction. So hold the layers down and fold diagonally in half. And then just take the two corners and separate them, like this. Okay, and now, this is a little fun move. We're going to take this layer of paper and pull it out. And then do that 3 more times. Oh look, we have a dog. Okay. Alright, now here we have a pinwheel. Okay, now we're going to squash fold these 4 points of the pinwheel. So, let's start with this one. Open it, and squash. Like that. And then do that 3 more times. Alright. Now we're going to pedal fold these 4 flaps. Here we go. So I'll start with this one. So fold these 2 edges in like this. It's actually very important to make the pre-creases of the pedal fold right now, and you'll see why later. And rotate, and this is the really important fold. Fold this up like this over the edge, and yes, you have to make this fold, because the folds get kind of tricky later, and this is what makes it easier. Okay, and now unfold, and unfold here too, and fold this right on this crease. The crease we're going to use later for the difficult steps. And we have a boat here. Flatten the sides of the boat. Like this. And then just keep it folded up like that. Alright, and do that 3 more times. And I'm going to fast forward this part. Okay, like this. Zoom out. This is what we got here. Now turn over. And let's reverse these 4 diagonal folds. Let's loosen them up like this. And then fold like that. And just do that with all 4 of them. Okay, and now we're gonna make a fold. We're gonna fold this edge up, and we're gonna fold it right in between these two intersection points. See that? Like this. Okay, and then do that 3 more times. So, in between this point and that point. Okay, like this. Okay, now comes the most challenging step of the whole model. So good luck. This is a tricky spread squash. So we're gonna do that with these 4 corners. See, you know, we have that crease here, so that'll hopefully make it easier. So here we go. So this is how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna lift this up just about like this, and we're gonna spread squash this. So put pressure on this point. See, and now it's starting to spread, and that's good. And you have to try and spread squash it into a square. Maybe you can pull on the sides a little bit like this to get that crease to come out. And same here too. And this is challenging. This is the most difficult step. Okay, and now it looks something like this. Now place the model on the desk like this, and then just pinch this like that. Okay, and this is what it looks like on this side. And now place it down on the desk and fold this up as far as it goes. See, and that's what it looks like. And there goes my dog barking, but ignore that. Okay, now we're gonna do that 3 more times. So here we go. I'll show you again on this one, and then I'll fast forward these other 2. So lift it like this, and we're just gonna bring the paper up just enough so you can start putting pressure on this point to get it to spread. So put some pressure on that point, and then you can just kind of pull on the 2 sides a little bit to get the crease to come out, and then right here too. Okay, so it looks something like this. Now place it down on the desk, pinch it like this, and again, this is what it looks like on this side. And you start pinching it, pressing it down, and then fold this flap up as far as it goes. See, this is what it looks like. And we're making kind of a tato looking thing in the center with these flaps. Okay, now I'm gonna fast forward these other 2. So here we go. Okay, like this. Okay, and just for the heck of it, this is optional, but I like to make it look a little bit nicer. I'm just doing this just for that, because I like doing this whenever I make tatos. So, I'm going to lift this up like this, lift this up just partially like that, and then refold this like this right on that crease, and then fold it like that. That way this is rotationally symmetric. See what I mean? Okay, but that's really not necessary. You don't have to do that. Okay. And now, we're gonna take... Oh, and look, when we turn over, look at that, we have like a holiday star kind of thing. So if you're using yellow paper or something, or maybe white paper, you can put this on your Christmas tree. And yeah, maybe since it's Christmas, maybe I'll do a separate tutorial on this model, maybe in a couple weeks or so. And yeah, this is like a nice holiday star. So yeah, I might make a tutorial of this maybe in a week or so. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'll put it on top of my Christmas tree since it's December. Okay, this is a pretty cool model just like this, so you might like it like that. But if you really want to make the cross flicker, then here goes. So let's turn over on this side. And now we're going to make some more spread squashes. And this is tricky, but not quite as tricky as before. But here we go, good luck. We're going to take this and fold this edge up, and we want the fold to align with this edge. Like this. See, and the fold hits that point. And then just spread squash it however you can. Just something like that. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is the back side, and you don't need to look at this side. See? Okay. And same on this side too. And this is a little bit harder because of this flap. So just move this flap temporarily. And same thing, fold it. So the fold aligns with this edge, and spread squash however you can right here. That's why this model's so tricky, because there's a lot of spread squashes involved. Okay, like that. And you don't need to be too clean about that. And repeat right here. And repeat on the remaining 3 flaps. So here we go. And I'm going to fast forward this part. Okay, like this. So yeah, it looks pretty messy on this side, but it's okay. This is the other side. And you don't need to look at this side. So yeah. This is what it looks like here. And this is still a nice star. Maybe not quite as nice looking as before, but still pretty cool. Okay, now let's continue with the cross. So turn over on this side again. And actually, I was going to fold these corners in, but let's do that last. So we're actually going to fold 3 of these 4 points inside. Let's start with this one, so I'm folding this one up right on the crease. Okay, now take this corner and wrap it over the edge. And that's what locks it. And crease that nice and sharp. Okay, and do that 2 more times, so with these 2 opposite points. Not this one. Okay. So here we have the cross taking shape. Now turn over and let's fold these 4 corners in. Oh, this came undone. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be too strong of a lock. Maybe if you really want it to be locked, use tape. But I refuse to use tape in origami. Okay, fold this up as far as it goes. And crease that really sharp too. Make it as flat as possible. If you want it to fly like a flicker. And if you really want it to be flat, like I said in a lot of my other videos, stick it under a pile of books or something heavy overnight, and it'll be really flat. Alright, now, to really keep these flaps down, you can just pinch them, fold them in half a little bit. So that'll keep it down a lot better. And do that with the other 2. No, I meant other 3. Alright. Oh, and also the last step, we're going to narrow this part out, if you want. I'm going to. This might make it fly a little bit better. I don't know. Fold this up right on that point, and make the fold parallel with this crease. And same here too. Alright, and make sure everything's nice and flat. And oh, so this is also optional, but you can make it a little bit cooler looking by putting this cool square. The cool thing about the square is that if you turn it over, it disappears, but then when you shine a light from behind, it reappears just like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm sure you know what to do. You just fold out to the edges like this. And again, this is optional. This is only if you want to make your cross cooler looking. Unfold them and tuck them inside. Alright, like this. Oh god, the flap came undone again. Try and keep that in there as much as possible. Alright, and once you did that, there's your origami cross completed. The cross flicker. I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to flick right on this edge. So here we go. Oh, and also if you find a smooth surface, you can make it spin a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to show you this thing flies. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. One more time. Oh, that was probably the best one I've ever did. Alright, well, hope you guys were able to do that. It's a challenging model, but hopefully you'll at least fold it eventually. And yeah, and I hope you enjoy flying it, and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys later. All right, bye-bye.